We got trouble. Big trouble.
What is it, Sal?
What's the world coming to? We got the Diablos crawling all over us in Hepburn. They're kicking our asses. We just finished one goddamn war, and bang! We're right in the middle of another. I swear, just when things were looking up, I'm cursed. I'm fucking cursed.
Hey, don't worry about a thing, boss. I'll deal with this.
So it seems we have a bit of a situation on our hands as the Diablos are attacking Hepburn Heights, which is currently Leone territory. And it's kind of funny because in Grand Theft Auto 3, Hepburn Heights ends up being Diablo Teuf, in the words of Luigi from that game, so I suppose that's bad news later on for the Leone, but what's good news right here in the moment is that Salvatore is keeping an eye out for us. He's got our back because in that garage you have some pretty nice things. First off, you got a nice little SMG, which for us provides us with 300 bullets for our more powerful SMG. And along with that, you have some body armor, which we already have some body armor, but it's the thought that counts that ends up tickling the toes oh so nicely. So it's nice to know that Salvatore is thinking about us. But anyways, you gotta raise a question here in terms of what the meaning is behind this mission's title, because it's called Sindacco Sabotage, and yet there are no Sindaccos to be seen in this mission. So I think what's implied here is that the Sindaccos and the Diablos are in cahoots with one another. You know, they play patty cake on the weekends and such. And it makes sense, you know, you got these two small forces combining and joining together to create a larger force to fight against their same enemy, which the enemy for them being the Leone. So it ends up working out quite nicely for the Diablos because, like I mentioned, they end up taking over Hepburn Heights and the Red Light District. So for the Sindaccos, well, you know, they kind of get screwed, I think. As we progress through this game, we'll see more and more of that. And it's kind of funny because we were the ones who ended up taking over this territory from the Sindaccos, so they just really can't catch a break here. But anyways, though, when you arrive at this territory, you're going to see a bunch of Leone and a bunch of Diablos duking it out, fighting, slapping, and tickling and all that. And you got to step in, put your foot down, and just take over and destroy these swarms of devil folk. And you're basically a one-man army. And there's nothing wrong with that. I really enjoy this type of gameplay concept where you're basically just fighting swarms of enemies and sometimes waves of enemies. You know, like in San Andreas, the enemies and gang territory takeovers spawn in waves. So you clear out one wave, you wait a few moments for the second wave to spawn in, then you destroy that wave, and so on and so forth. But I kind of like this situation here a bit more because you have a constant flow of spawning from these Diablos, so it's like an endless stream, or at least seemingly endless, because it does go on for a while, which is nice. It provides you with a bit of challenge to try to keep these Leone alive, because there are a lot of moments where these Leone get caught up in your crossfire with these Diablos, and it kind of sucks because you end up having a bit of friendly fire going on, because the Leone just end up getting in the way, so it kind of even bumps up the difficulty a bit more there. But thankfully the mission, I don't think, is overly difficult or crazy, so you know, it's not a super big deal.
Sal?
Tony, is it over? How'd it go?
It's not good, Sal. I saved a few guys, but we lost too many before I got here. I think we're gonna lose this part of town.
Over my dead body. This ain't done yet. I ain't losing shit. The Leones don't retreat from nothing. You hear me, Tony?
You said it, Sal.
Oh, you gotta love the loyalty going on here between Tony, Salvatore, and the Leone. Oh man, it's good stuff. But anyways, that wraps up this part. In the next part, we'll be doing Salvatore Leone's next mission, which is called The Trouble with the Asian Fellas from Chinatown. So until then, I will see you next time.